So how bad could coronavirus get? Pretty bad.
The disease, it's still possible to be contained, but if
So there are two key ingredients in making a bad pandemic. The first is the disease has to spread easily, and the second is it needs to be virulent. And if you look at two diseases that the world was recently worried about, coronavirus looks worse than both of them. Take Ebola. That was very deadly in Africa, but it didn't spread very easily. That's because the disease tended to kill people before it spread, so it was contained relatively easily using public health measures. The other one was the 2009 flu pandemic. That spread worldwide, but it didn't kill very many people. Coronavirus, on the other hand, spreads very rapidly, and it also has a death rate of about 2%, it appears. That's about 20 times the typical flu. Then take a look at economic effects. There have been 4 pandemics in the past century. 3 of them were immediately followed by recession. The one that wasn't was 2009, and that was because the world was already in recession. The World Bank estimated a pandemic that was similar to the 1918 flu pandemic would cause world GDP to drop about 5%. I mean, the reasons for this are pretty obvious if you think about it. Restaurants and cinemas wouldn't have customers, factory floors would be shut down, offices would be running low on people, business would come to a standstill. So what can we do about it? Well, the first defense is going to be having an open society and free information. It's probably no coincidence that the countries which have the worst pandemics so far, Iran and China, have closed systems and autocratic governments. That makes it difficult for information to bubble up and people to realize what's happening. The other thing you can do is have measures such as China. China's actually been very excellent at shutting down society, and that slows transmission of any disease. The problem is you can't do that forever, especially in a democratic society. So what you need to do is you need to have lots of diagnostic tests. Unfortunately, the US has been very, very slow on it. They've only been doing about a dozen tests a day. The other thing is that you can wait for drugs and vaccines, but unfortunately that will take a while. So in the meantime, you just have to use public health measures.